think you're flirting with me. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Oh, dude.
Some interview questions are simply awkward. Others should never have been asked in the first place. Today, we're looking at two Hollywood stars who handled uncomfortable interviews with intelligence, confidence, and just the right amount of sarcasm. Promoting a superhero movie sounds exciting, until every interview becomes exactly the same. Back in 2012, Anne Hathaway was promoting The Dark Knight Rises, one of the biggest movies of the year. You'd expect interviewers to ask about working with Christopher Nolan, filming alongside Christian Bale, or bringing Catwoman to life. Instead, many of them became strangely obsessed with one thing: her body. Again and again, interviewers wanted to know about her workout routine, her diet, her fitness secrets, almost as if the months of acting preparation were somehow less interesting than counting calories.
You are in phenomenal shape.
Thank you.
You're very
gracious.
You're always in great shape, but you had to make sure you were in perfect shape for this one, didn't you?
It wasn't about being in perfect shape, it was about being able to do the stunts and the fighting perfectly.
Now, to be fair, actors often expect questions about physically demanding roles. But there comes a point where curiosity starts sounding more like an interrogation. And one interviewer unknowingly crossed that line. After asking yet another question about staying in shape, Anne paused, smiled, and calmly asked him something completely unexpected. "Are you trying to lose weight?" The room instantly changed.
Is there a certain regimen you put yourself through in terms of the diet, the workout? What is the feline fitness regime?
A lot. It's all the boring stuff that no one ever wants to do. It's just watch what you eat and get yourself to the gym.
Any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Well,
what's the deal, man? You look great.
No.
No, seriously. We have to talk about this. What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?
Suddenly, the interviewer found himself answering the kind of personal question he'd just asked her. It was brilliant. Not because Anne embarrassed him, but because she quietly demonstrated how intrusive the question really was. No raised voice, no argument, just a perfectly timed role reversal. What's interesting is how this clip has aged. Today, many journalists receive training on avoiding unnecessary questions about actors' bodies, especially when those questions overshadow their work. Looking back, Anne's response feels less like a celebrity comeback and more like a masterclass in setting boundaries with grace. Sometimes, the smartest answer is a question, of course. Anne Hathaway wasn't the only actress who grew tired of answering the same kind of questions. Our next celebrity had spent years dealing with headlines that focused more on her appearance than anything she'd actually accomplished. Eventually, she decided enough was enough. For years, Megan Fox was one of the most talked about women in Hollywood. Unfortunately, a lot of that attention had very little to do with her acting. During the late 2000s, interviews with Megan often followed a predictable pattern. Instead of discussing her films, interviewers kept asking about how she looked, how she felt about being called a sex symbol, or making comments that would probably never make it into a professional interview today. One particular interview captured that perfectly. Rather than asking thoughtful questions about her career, the conversation quickly drifted back toward her appearance. At first, Megan played along. She smiled politely, answered a few questions, but you could tell she was getting tired of repeating herself. Eventually, she started responding with dry humor. The kind that's so subtle, you almost miss it. Almost. Her expression said what she didn't have to. "Can we please talk about literally anything else?"
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a man alive who's not in love with you in some way.
You're so silly.
You know what am I really?
You're a silly
No,
man.
I'm not silly at all.
You're a silly man in a checkered shirt.
I am not. Wow. I don't think you're flirting with me. I'm kidding.
Oh, dude.
What's fascinating is that Megan has spoken openly in recent years about how the media portrayed her early in her career. She has described feeling reduced to an image rather than being treated as an actress with something meaningful to say. Looking back, many fans now see those old interviews very differently. Comments that once passed as harmless banter now feel surprisingly uncomfortable. And that's one of the biggest reasons these clips continue to resurface online. Not because Meghan lost her temper, but because audiences have changed. The questions didn't age well. She did. Sometimes the most revealing thing about an interview isn't the celebrity's answer. It's the question they were forced to answer in the first place. Whether it was Anne Hathaway turning an awkward question back on the interviewer, or Megan Fox quietly exposing how often appearance overshadowed talent. These moments remind us how much celebrity interviews have changed over the years. Which response do you think was the smartest? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy Hollywood stories with context, commentary, and the moments you might have missed, subscribe to Hollywood Unscripted, and we'll see you in the next video.